So, Danny, what camp are you in when it comes to the, Universal versus Disney?
I would say, I guess it has to be the Disney camp because I'm a fan of Marvel.
Yeah, me too. I like Marvel. Who's your favorite character?
Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you have a favorite character for Marvel? Emma?
I think I would also say Wolverine. He's pretty funny.
He is
And
funny.
Deadpool's funny too.
Oh, Deadpool. Yeah, he's crazy.
In that movie.
Did you see Deadpool versus Wolverine?
Yeah, it was really good. It was really funny.
Yeah. All right. So, chasing a career in acting takes serious commitment. What is one major sacrifice you're willing to make to achieve your dream?
I've always, I would move to a different state to do that. That is a pretty big sacrifice because you're leaving a lot of things behind. But I would do that.
How about another country?
I wouldn't live there.
You just visit to do the acting?
Yeah.
That's cool. The thing with acting is you do travel all over the world. Like when you're like a big-time actor, actress, from my understanding, because studios are everywhere, and so a lot of it's shot inside of a studio with like a green screen. But then they have to go on location. Many years ago, I had worked on a production, and it was like that, where they would send us to like the studio, but then we'd have to go to like San Diego, we'd have to go up to Sacramento, and it would be different locations for the day. Usually it's like a one-day shoot, and then you would pack up and go to the next one. I was just like a production assistant.
PA.
PA. I don't even know if they still exist, to be honest.
Actually, they do. I have someone where I work. He's a kid. I think he's maybe like, 18, 19, and he does PA work. He's trying to get into the industry, and I think that's like the usual way to break in.
Yeah, you do that, and then you do extra work, and then you get your basically your card to join into the union.
Yeah.
SAG.
SAG.
So you get your SAG card. You get these vouchers. I remember a long time ago that was the plan. So you do these, but you have to do a feature. So you can't be an extra just on like a TV show. You have to be in a feature film extra. You have to do 3 of those, and then you get your card. Or if you do commercial. So you're always going to like auditions, trying to do a commercial. Anyway, Emma would tell us this better probably. But let's not worry about it. We'll go to the next thing. Unless you want to interject anything into this about the union. One day, do you want to join the SAG union? It'd be the Actors Guild. It's like what all the big, huge people in Hollywood are in.
A whole bunch of people are in it?
Everyone. It's like the union for actors. So, like, how there's a union for truckers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. We'll go to the next one.
Yeah. All right. So, if you could talk to your 10-year-old self, the kid who first dreamed of becoming an actress, what advice or reassurance would you give her?
I would tell her, not to worry so much, and because I also thought of it a lot, it was always on my mind, and I could enjoy other things even though I don't do it a lot, and I would reassure her by saying that we're gonna continue, and it's we're gonna keep doing it. So
that's awesome. When you give the reassurance, the question was for a daughter, or for
no, for her 10-year-old self.
Oh, 10-year-old self.
Because that's when she decided that she wanted to become an actress.
Oh, just keep pushing it.
So what advice would you give your 10-year-old self now that you're going into high school?
Yeah, that's great advice, to tell yourself to keep pushing it, and that you're always going to be there and keep going and push forward. It's a hard business, so you have to have that push forward mentality. You gotta, because there's a lot of doors that close, at auditions and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So
if I could talk to my 10-year-old self, I would tell myself that everything is going to actually be okay.
Yeah.
You know, like there's going to be trials and tribulations, but like I think I worried a lot as a kid about the future. You know, is that like your experience, or did you have a different 10-year-old experience?
Oh, I was worried about the future. I mean, you know, when you're a kid, you don't know what's happening. I mean, at first, it's like the world is so small. You're just used to like your home, you know, and your friends and going to school. I mean, at 10 years old, you're not, at least in my experience.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we were going on field trips to Thailand or anything. You know, we're just, you know, you're lucky to go to the zoo.
Right.
Right? And it's like a big event. So you're worried because you go like, what is out there? Like, what is, you know, and also I was raised with fear. Like, in my home, we were raised to be scared of airplanes. We were raised to be scared of strangers, like knocking on the door, or like getting kidnapped was like this big thing when I was growing up. It was like, oh, watch out for the white vans. Like,
White van. What happened to white vans? Like, where are they? Did that just get like phased out? Because I had the same like lectures.
right?
In my house, like the white van, strangers, people knocking on the door, people walking on the street, like you just needed to like be wary. And I feel like that has kind of gone by the wayside. So were there no people in the first place, or did they all disappear?
Well, there had to been a white van that did something,
Right.
right? I mean, for there to be the white van tail, and like you said, we didn't grow up together, so for you to have the same lecture, it was like, you know, be careful, watch your surroundings. I think they used words like be alert.
Be alert,
right?
yeah.
Look both ways when you cross the street. That was another big one, like, you know, not to just walk forward, to always make sure that the road was crossed. And then if you were with someone, you know, you're a kid, hold hands. Did you ever have the hold hands thing?
Yes. I want to touch on the cross the street, because when I was in New York, like, people just jaywalk like crazy. Like, it's just a totally different, like here in LA, we kind of wait for the light. You know, we cross. If it turns red and starts blinking, you kind of like slow down. Maybe I won't cross. In New York, they just cross any which way. Like, they have no fear about crossing the street. So like, that was a big culture shock for me when I did that.
Yeah, New York is like that. And I think it's also because they run a lot of reds, too. So even if you wait for the crosswalk, it's almost like you still are jaywalking, even though you're in a crosswalk, because it's like in New York, they don't stop much. And there's not a ton of lights everywhere either. I mean, there are, but, you know, it's more like traffic buildup. But they're like, I've seen traffic so packed in New York that they're in the crosswalk at the red. Like, and their crosswalks are a lot smaller than California. Like, here we have larger crosswalks.
Yeah.
Do you have any experience with having fear, like where you have to look out for white vans, or like, so now, because you're the up and coming generation, what sorts of things are you told that you have to look out for, if that makes sense?
Like when you go out, I mean, I still do this where, because you don't know, there could be like creepy people, and I'm always like aware of my surroundings, and I still look both ways, obviously. I mean, everyone does. But
Except for the person who got hit. That person
except
forgot.
that guy. He didn't look both ways. But, I'm really aware about like people around me when I'm out.
That's good. I mean, it's good to be. I mean, especially like with the acting and the whole thing, you know. Anyway, it's good to be alert and to be, I guess, look out for the red vans now. I don't know. Did they change color? Maybe they got a paint job?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you know, when I watch a movie, right, like the white van will pull up and they take you in, they put a bag over your head, they kidnap you. Like, it's sort of like an adult thing now. Like, you need to be weary of, like, terrorists or something. But, like, I am not aware of kidnappers of children really using white vans anymore. That's just kind of interesting.
You know what there is now? I just remembered. There are these vans. They're like Sprinter vans. Sprinter vans.
Okay.
And they kidnap adult white men who are like 18 to like 25, and they harvest their organs.
In United States?
China,
Oh, okay.
Mexico.
I was gonna say.
It was, again, we have different listeners to the show. So they'll send me occasionally like an email, and I had an email like that. It was like, be very careful when traveling abroad. I think I was going down to Mexico, and it was like, look out for these organ harvesting vans, like sprinter vans.
Yeah.
And I was going like, really? What are the odds of this? Like, you're gonna harvest my organs? I mean, I think that's a big thing now. Have you heard anything about harvesting organs in the government of China or Mexico?
So, okay, I have not heard any like concrete, like vetted stories, but I've heard urban legends of people waking up in a bath full of ice and their kidneys are gone.
Right, they went to
Or
a
like
nightclub.
one kidney is gone. You can't live without a kidney, but
No, you can live without one.
Right, but like one kidney's missing, or like their gallbladder's missing, like just stuff that they can take. I've heard I've heard urban legends. I've never actually heard any like reported instances of this.
I've seen like one of those like traveling abroad videos, and it was like a guy met this girl at like a nightclub, and she offered him a drink. He took the drink, and then the camera shows it getting blurry, and then him waking up in the ice bath. And then it was like, when traveling abroad, don't accept drinks from strangers.
Wow.
Yeah. So don't. I mean, I'm just saying, if you're traveling, just maybe don't. Just get your own drink, right? If there's a chance.
Right.
Unless you have no fear. I don't know.
So, Emma, would you say that traveling is a fear-based system for you, or are you pretty open when it comes to traveling, like in your daily life? Because I think you've lived in quite a few cities. What's your experience with like living to a new place, moving to a new place, traveling? Like, how are you with that?
I like to explore, and it's fun to travel. I mean, I think I'm a travel person, and I mean, I love California a lot. It's a really big state, and the mountains, they're really nice. But I feel like I'm pretty open. But I mean, it would be like to where I would go though. Like there's some places I wouldn't, but it would be like I would think about it for a bit though.
Like, what places are you not interested in going? Like, when you said that, what did you mean?
Maybe if it's like really, really far away. That's probably
So like Australia? That's pretty far. Would you go to Australia?
I don't think so.
Okay. So no down under, no kangaroos. How about Thailand? Would you go to Thailand?
Yeah, to visit.
Yeah, well that's what we're talking about, visiting. Yeah, not living. Just going to see things.
Yeah, I would like to visit a lot of places.
Okay. Yeah, not to live there.
But when you guys were saying like being aware of stuff, you know what I'm also aware about is like if there's money on the floor.
So like you see money on the floor, you have a sense to get it? Like you know how to see it? Well, like what kind of money? Like a coin or like a dollar?
Like a dollar.
Okay. Well, that's pretty good. That's a good radar. So where have you found the most money?
I'd save a lot at a store.
Oh, okay.
But then, like, my grandma takes it after, so.
Oh.
That's okay, she needs it for the groceries.
Oh,
That was a long time ago.
The story went down, then went up, then down and up. It was like a roller coaster.
Well, that's cool.
I don't find any more.
I wish you would find some right now. Like
too.
find a $1 million. Actually, they don't make $1 million bills, but they print them for banks. Remember we had this conversation like a while back.
Yeah.
What's the biggest bill that they print?
I think it's like 100,000.
100,000.
I think that's what it is. But I could be mistaken. Maybe it's 50,000. But it's like in the tens of thousands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think the East Coast water or the West Coast water is better? So like the water kind of near the area you live, or the water near the area where we live?
Well, both of them are nice, and I mean, the beach in Florida, though, is way better.
Okay, that's what I was asking. Exactly what I wanted to hear. So Emma thinks the beach in Florida is a lot better. I would say it's a lot cleaner than the California beaches when you're in Southern California. You go to Northern, I think they're colder and more shark infested.
Yeah. So what is it about the Florida beaches that you prefer? Is it what Danny was saying, like it's warmer, cleaner, or like what's your experience with it?
It's warmer, and I like some of the beaches in California. There's like a whole bunch of rocks, and it's pretty cold. Even like the wind blowing is really cold, and the water. But the beach in Florida is really nice. I also like the beach in California, like to look at.
I think in Florida the beaches have more mild waves.
Right.
That's what I remember. I remember the waves being more chill, but there was always like rain clouds. So it was a hot, humid day, and then out of nowhere there's like these little angry rain clouds that just unleash, and you have like just rain, and then it's gone. It's only for like 5 seconds of like intense rain, though. Have you noticed that in Florida?
Yes. I think the East Coast in general, like when I was in Camp Lejeune, I remember it was my first time on the East Coast, and I went outside, and it's rainy, so I went inside to get an umbrella, and I went back outside, and it's like sunny. Like it was like so fast. Like the weather just changes. So yeah, that's my experience. Is that like you'll be outside playing, and then boom, like a storm just hits.
So do you like that, or do you not like that, or do you have no preference?
So it's interesting because I do like to visit Florida, and I do like to visit the East Coast, but I like the stability of Los Angeles. So I like the fact that 95% of the time it's sunny and it's pleasant. Like right now we're in a heat wave, but like we're in the middle of summer. So I kind of like that. What about you?
I would say I don't like it. I don't like this rain out of nowhere. Now, if it's a rainy day, I like that. Like I like Seattle. Always raining. But you are aware, and if you go somewhere, there's umbrellas everywhere. In Florida, it tricks you. It's like you wake up, it's a beautiful day, you go outside, you're ready to enjoy yourself, and then all of a sudden, you know what I mean? And then you're like soaking wet, and you're caught off guard. And then if you bring an umbrella with you, it doesn't rain.
Right.
So it's like it knows.
It's like Murphy's Law, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens, Will? Was that Newton?
Okay, so Murphy's Law, let me see if I can get this right.
Okay.
So Murphy's Law is whatever can happen will happen.
Okay.
Eventually.
Okay. And then Newton had something else.
Newton had 3 laws of thermodynamics.
Oh, that's what it was. So that's like the gravity.
Like heat, things like that. All right. So moving on to a broader question about relationships. Do you believe soulmates actually exist, or is connection something people build over time?
I would say, I don't think soulmates actually exist. There's not one specific person for someone. But I mean, I feel like God puts someone special in your life at the right time, and I feel like the connection builds more, and both choosing each other every day and just effort, and it's just building. But I would think that's what I would say about that. What do you guys think?
So I have a personal story, and I want to get your take on this story. This is a true story. So I've been married going on 25 years. Next March will be our 25th anniversary. Okay, I've known my wife for 34 years. The day that I met her, I'm going to tell you about, okay? So I was in 7th grade. I was like 13, 12 or 13, and I see this girl at her locker, okay? She has her back to me. And I have this, like, immediate, like, feeling of familiarity. I'm like, oh, it's like that actress, you know, from that movie, but I can't think of the movie. I can't think of the actress. But it's just like I know her, okay? And then a voice in my head, like a real voice, like we're talking now, said to me, you will know her for the rest of your life. It said that to me. Now, I was a very shy person. I wasn't going to, like, talk to her. I wasn't going to ask her out. And we ended up, you know, getting together later the next year. But I do believe in soulmates. But what do you think about that story?
I think that's an amazing story, that you had this impulsive voice and this sense of knowing. I mean, it's pretty lucky to have that combo.
Super lucky, man. But I was going to say, you know, the connection has built over time. Like, over time, I have gotten to know her much more than if I had just, you know, met her and that was it. Like what Emma was saying is that you choose each other every day. You know, so I do connect with what Emma said.
Now, Emma, do you have a soulmate?
Yeah,
Cool.
I do.
All right.
But it kind of, your thing kind of changed mine a little bit. Because I feel like God does give a specific someone,
Mm-hmm.
you know, when the time's right. So, I mean, that kind of changed it a bit. But that was cool that you got, like, a voice told you that you're going to know her and be with her.
And by the way, I've never had another voice like that in my entire life. That was like the first and only time.
It's lucky to have just that voice. That was a good voice. You could have had, like, there's a lot of voices out there.
Because I thought it was crazy. I was like, man, I'm hearing voices, but like,
You will love her.
yeah, and that's what it said. It said you will know her for the rest of your life.
How about if the voice would have spoke to you in another language?
And I didn't understand.
Well, you know, then there was no internet, right?
Right.
So you would have had to find someone who speaks that language.
Oh, I
and
see.
then
Be
be like,
it sounded like Ma Chang Wa.
yeah. And then they'd be like, that means forever. You will know her. Then you were like, oh, now I'm 40.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Oh, my
Yeah,
goodness.
talk it into like AI. Yeah.
Well, at the moment now, this is what's so cool about where we are now, though. You could hear something in another language and then look at your phone and just be like, "Mononu sanuma," and it would just tell you, "Oh, you'll know her forever and ever." And then you're like, "Perfect.
Right.
How you doing, honey?
All right.
You want to meet me after class?" Okay, sorry. I don't want to ruin
That
the
was
mood.
funny.
All right.
All right. So when it comes to attraction and making lasting connections, do you think looks matter more than personality, or vice versa?
What?
In other words, do you think that looks are more important than personality, or personality is more important than looks, or do you have your own kind of judgment on those two things?
I would say that personality matters more because wait, were you saying like in a connection?
Yeah, for like making a connection with someone.
Not for a soulmate, because soulmate doesn't have to have looks, right? 'Cause
Right,
it's like your
I'm
soulmate.
talking about like attraction. How do you? Because one of the things you wanted to talk about was relationships. So that's why I'm kind of like asking like what your view on this is.
Yeah. I would say personality matters more, and when you make connections with anyone, and you know them for a long time, in the long run, personality is gonna matter more.
You're talking about long run, like to the end.
Yeah, because
Okay.
like looks fade anyways when you get older.
Well,
Not
like
all
how
the time.
old?
I don't know because I haven't seen bad-looking people anyways.
Okay, so like, there's a lot of family. Okay, there's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of friends. There's a lot of people in society. At what age do people start their decline? And it could be different for men, women. So, like you're saying, looks fade. So, to you, what are people's either their peak, like when are they the most attractive, or the least attractive? And I guess it's biased because of the age you're at. So you see people in your age group and you go, oh, this is the best they are. And I'm not talking for you, Emma. I'm just merely stating a thought. Wouldn't that change as you get older if that was the perception? So, like, now you're a teenager, and so you're going like, well, the teenagers are the most attractive, right? But then when you get into, like, your 30s, you might go, oh, the 30-year-olds are the most attractive. Do you think that there's a bias based on your age and then that demographic is attractive, or is there a universal age where, like, let's say you get into your 40s and 50s and you go, nope, 20-year-olds are still the most attractive. What do you think, if you have an opinion on it?
I would say, like, I know that when you get older, the same age group is, like, what you think they look their best in, too. But also could be, like, I feel like in the 20s and 30s are probably, like, when people are, like...
Their peak.
Yeah, their peak stage.
What do you think, John?
Well, okay, so I'm a little biased because I do think my wife is the most beautiful woman in the world. I think she's, and I'll tell you why. She has a beautiful smile. Like, she has an amazing personality. Like, she has a beautiful head of hair, and I love her body, and I love everything about her. So I'm a little biased. So I would say, like, as we get older, she becomes like a wine. It's like that fine wine situation where, like, the older the wine, or however it goes, but, like, the older the wine, like a good wine, it just gets better with age. Like, I don't find her looks fading for me.
Now, if she had a doppelganger.
A doppelganger?
Doppelganger.
Okay. Well, again, I think I'm a little biased because she does have an amazing personality. Like, I think the two together. So my answer to the question would be that, like, I think the two work in concert with each other. Like, if someone, for me, I'm just answering for me, if someone was, like, hideous, you know, like physically repulsive to me, and I found them, like, just repulsive, but they had an amazing personality, I don't know, like, what the connection might be. I mean, I would hope that I would have, like, you know, character and be, like, an honorable person and go, like, look, I can see past that and get into your personality. And the same thing goes with personality. Like, if someone's just amazing looking and they have a terrible personality, I would hope that, like, if we had to be in a relationship together, that I could have, like, a deep connection with them. But, like, because I have both, it's hard for me to think about it theoretically. Does that make sense?
It makes sense for a married man's answer. But from a not married man's answer, then I think you are attracted to what you're attracted to, and you don't really settle unless you have to. So what I mean is, you're going to go after what you want, and yeah, having a great personality, that's a really good icebreaker, because you're like, wow, you really can communicate well. But then after that cool conversation ends, you have to put things in a perspective. And if she's not your type or not attractive to you, then maybe it's just in the friend zone. But if she is, then maybe you move on to, you know, stage 2. Like, hey, let's spend some quality time together. You see what I mean? But if they're really hot and you meet them and you go like, wow, this is like a really attractive person, you may go like, they don't have much of a personality, but I'll give them a personality. Like, you know, I'll do things to bring them out because they might just be shy. You know, that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
You don't know. But I would choose the person I'm more physically attracted to at this point in my life than the person who, like, wowed my mind with all this, like, humor and all this stuff. Because that's going to get you so far, you know. But if you're not physically attracted to them, it's like, are you going to laugh all day? Are you just going to sit around laughing? Ha, 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 it's so funny, you know?
So what Emma said was that looks fade. So with your answer being that, like, attraction at this stage of your life is important, how do you see the fact that, like, all humans, I'm not aware of any human other than plastic surgery and fillers and Botox and things like that. Like, how do you see the long-term play? Because I know you're a long-term thinker.
Well, what I'm saying is, right now when I'm talking about it, I'm not like any kind of situation that I'm looking at long term. So I'm talking from someone who doesn't have a wife, going like, and if the looks fade, then you hope by that point you've made more of a commitment. So like if you've already said vows and you got married, then yeah, that's your person. So you're going to fade and they're going to fade together. But if by that point you're still not really together, then you have an option. Trade up. I'm not saying you should, but you can. So you get to decide when you get to that point, like when you get to that crossroads. You don't owe anyone anything when you're just dating. In the dating world, you don't owe people like, oh, well, we dated for 5 years, so now you get me for 25 years. It doesn't work like that. It's like, hey, you had 5 good years with me, but now you don't, and you move on. And that's why a lot of people are single, is because after that honeymoon phase and after all those years of dating, they may be like, you know what, I don't really get along with you. But when you're married, it's different. You have to get through that 5 year and that 10 year, and maybe you have 5 years where it's hectic. But then you have 10 years where it's wonderful. It's like you have to go on the whole ride, everything, all the different things. But when you're not in that marriage, you have a ejection button. You can just be like, doop, and you're out.
All right. So, Emma, what is a compliment someone gave you that stuck with you so deeply you'll never forget it?
When I get complimented on my smile, because I don't really like my smile, and I've always been pretty insecure about it, but I've been complimented a few times about my smile, and I'm like, wow. So it's really like me thinking a lot, and I shouldn't be doing that. But that's a big compliment that always stays with me.
Emma, you have a good smile.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, I want to say that, like, when I came home last night, you said, hi, John, and you gave me, like, this really radiant smile, and I thought that was, like, a really excellent smile. So I do agree with Danny.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and just keep on smiling. And you know how you get a better smile is you keep on laughing. You got to laugh your way through everything. Like, the reason we don't have really good smiles, sometimes we got a very serious face, like all the time. It's hard to smile because then you're like, so you gotta, you know what I mean? Just make it humorous.
You're right.
It's not scientific.
Yeah. Okay, so as you prepare to head into your senior year of high school, what's the single biggest lesson you've learned over this past year?
I would say, like, enjoying things around me and being in the moment. I would say not, like, worrying too much about things. Because, like, a lot of people say life is short and you're supposed to spend it. And I've heard something that someone said. They said, live every day like it's your last day. So you're just supposed to live your life and enjoy the things that you like, because it's your life, not someone else's.
I like that answer. I mean, it is good to live your life and have fun and to enjoy the moment, because it does go by fast. You know, we all, like John and I, we know a lot of people who've been on this side and went to the next side, and it just seems like, wow, gone too soon.
Yeah. Now, so I'm going to say something funny, all right? I'm not being serious. I'm just being funny. But, like, living your life like it's your last day, I mean, does this mean we should take meth and crack and just experience all the negative things in life? Or, like, how do you balance, you know, being responsible and thinking about the future with living in the present and enjoying each day? So, Emma, what do you think?
Yeah, definitely not the meth and other stuff. And, like, obviously responsible, but, like deciding what you want to do, because I know that the stuff you do will matter. And,
Well, that's all right. The stuff that matters to you, and if you think of life as your last day, you may test some of the boundaries, because you're not going like, all right, what's going to happen in a year from now or two? So maybe you don't do meth every day, but maybe you try meth.
Don't do meth. Don't listen to Daddy.
I'm just saying,
don't do it.
It's your last day.
No, have you seen pictures? Okay, whoever is selling meth has to be like one of the greatest salesmen of all time. Because if you look at a picture of someone who does meth, like the teeth, the skin, the face, they look like ghouls.
Right. Have you seen Breaking Bad?
I have.
Right. So, it's...
I mean, it's just insane, and it's just like and people love it. Or same with crack. It's like you go to someone. I've never been to someone's house who does crack, but I've seen videos. And it's just like so like depressing.
Wait, but hold on. Are you saying they can't find love? Because you just said if they had a great personality, it wouldn't matter. Right? It wouldn't matter. Because looks don't matter.
I guess, right. No, and by the way, I did not say, I just want to correct that. I did not say that looks don't matter. I said I hope if I found someone with a good personality that I could look past hideous looks.
Okay.
I would hope. But again, I'm almost on 25 years of marriage, so like I have not been single in a really long time. Like longer literally than my children, and my son is a lawyer. So like
you're not missing out on much. I'll tell you. Like the dating game is really complicated these days. Especially in Los Angeles. Well, it's like there's this crop of women that really want to just find this like Prince Charming, this king of Dubai, and they really want to not work as a team anymore. They want to be like a Kardashian or whatever the new show is. They want like this guy to show up who's just already been married, already had children, and is just enormously successful, smart, funny, world traveler, and then they want to just join the life and bring the life that they have and all their baggage with them too, by the way, like all their 3 kids and their 2 marriages. But because they've been divorced and they've been to therapy, they've found themselves and they've recreated who they think they are into this like immaculate person who's grounded, who does yoga, who drinks chai tea, who doesn't have sugar. And it's like if you can't accept them for who they are and understand the power that they have, then it's like they don't even want to talk to you. And you're going like, wait, what? My baggage matters, but your baggage doesn't? And it's because they've spent the time working on themselves. So unless you work on yourself, there's this weird clash. So I found that to be really a new movement in Los Angeles with the women on the dating scene. Unless you're dating someone who is more like in the religious camp, then it's a little bit different. It's like they're looking for more of a religious partner, and so they'll accept you just for who you are. But really, the ultimate goal is to like have a family. And, you basically provide and make this home for your wife and the children, and she's willing to be like the wife and make the children, but, you go out and you do everything else, so there's less like teamwork.
Wow. It sounds like a rough patch.
It's not the 90s anymore. 90s, it was like, hey, do you like, Dane Cook? Cool, I like Dane Cook. Let's go to the beach. And then it's like, cool. We're in love, like we're dating now. It was a different world. It was like you could go on a trip, go to Vegas. It's like that world's gone. It's disappeared.
We're going to have to explore this more, I think. All right. So, Emma, when you picture your life 10 years down the road, and I know we just talked about living in the moment, but if you do picture your life 10 years down the road, what does your ideal day-to-day look like, both personally and professionally?
In 10 years from now, I feel like I would already have, like, kids and a family, and I would continue to pursue acting and for a very long time, and I would do that. Also, I would have a lot of dogs. And I would have no-neck dogs, too.
Would you want your kid to be a child actor?
If they want to.
Well,
I mean, wait. A child actor? I mean, I know we were talking before about, like, when you said you were a child actor.
Yes.
And it took a lot from your childhood and from school, too, so you missed the education.
Yes. That's a good. So yeah, I did some child acting. I never had any lines. I was really more of an extra. But I did that, and so I had to leave school for like weeks at a time. And I was exposed to like all these adults, and I was drinking coffee, and like I'm in like elementary school, you know. So I think so. I'm not going to judge like anyone who is a child actor. Like I think that everyone has their own path, but like I personally wouldn't have my children be children actors.
Yeah, I would say I wouldn't have them do acting too, like in element, and I wouldn't have them do it until they're old enough to decide, like, not decide, but like say what they want to do.
so that's like in their 40s.
No.
Well, I'm just saying nowadays, I don't think people are able to decide what kind of acting or what they would want to do until they're older.
Yeah, maybe till they're older.
Yeah, I mean, how about baby acting? Like, baby can't really talk, and the baby's not really, they're thinking, but it's a different kind of thinking when you're a baby. I'm saying 0 to 3. So maybe a baby actor.
Baby actor? Yeah.
They have good temperament, which is not, you can't control that. You just got to get lucky.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. To wrap things up, what is one major goal or core value you want to make sure you never lose sight of as you step into adulthood?
Acting, of course.
No, a value. Like your values. Like integrity, honor, like some kind of
like
thing that you
myself.
hold dear. Yeah, like inside, like what
I
do you
would
hold dear?
I mean, like my kindness and
Kindness, good.
just who I am, I would say.
Who are you?
Um,
Tell us 3 things that who you are.
I'm kind. I want to help people if they need help,
Mm-hmm.
And I also love animals a lot.
So kind, helpful, and loving.
Mhm.
Those are great. Those are great values.
Those are great values. Well, this is John.
Well, hold on, one more thing.
And when I go into adulthood, I'm still gonna do acting, like pursue. So.
Well, we wish you all the luck in the world at acting, and I hope that you are in a wonderful series or movie, and that you really give the world some art that they can feel deep in their hearts, and then in return they can show kindness, loving, and honor, or something like that. Something nice.
Yeah.
Kindness, loving, and honor, I think. Respect.
So thank you so much, Emma, for coming on and doing an interview with us.
Yeah, I had fun being on here. It was fun. A nice experience.
All right. Well, this is John,
This is Dan.
and this has been Dead Mike Society.
All right, see you next time.